Okay, I'm not asking you right now. Step out for me.
Hold on. Why?
No.
Can I know why?
Because you're not coming back on file, man. Hey, step out of the car. Dude, stop. Turn around.
Officers responded to a 911 call from a gas station about a man who allegedly took a beer without paying. Moments later, that simple call escalated into a fatal shooting that cost a man his life, and the officer was later sent behind bars. But what exactly happened that day was captured on Bodycam.
What's going on, man?
I was messing with my door.
What's up?
I was messing with my door window.
Okay, what's the deal with the people inside?
Nothing. So I walked into the store.
Uh-huh.
With a beer in my hand.
With a beer in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I walked out with a beer in my hand. Look at the camera. He comes outside and he's like harassing me. I'm like, look at your camera. He said, I'm going to check the camera. I said, check the camera.
So you went inside with the beer?
Yeah.
Okay, can I get your ID real quick so I can go talk to them and check the video out?
I don't have my ID on me. You know what I'm saying? That's why the whole thing is that I wanted to buy a pack of cigarettes and I didn't have my ID on me. My stuff had gotten stolen on the ground, right?
Okay.
So I was trying to show him, like, look, I have beer.
Yeah.
I have a digital, you know what I'm saying? I have the beer means I'm 21. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then instead of that, he started acting like a for no reason. You know what I'm saying? He's like, call the cops. I'm like, call them. They're going to come and look at their job is to
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet, so, I mean, bear with me.
You're going to see it. You're going to go in there and look.
Where's the beer at right now?
Put it in Honestly, I don't even know. I was pissed off. I was walking
Eze told officers he didn't have identification. He gave the name Pete Eze with a 1990 birth date and an El Paso address. Officers ran the name twice. Nothing came back.
What's your name, man? Pete?
Yeah.
What's your last name, Pete?
Eze.
Huh? E-Z-E-R? You said that's your ID? Out of Texas or what? I can't hear you, man. Okay. You have your driver's license, man? Let me get it real quick. Yeah, in a form, I mean, if he's in the wrong, he's in the wrong. That's what I'm trying to figure out, okay? What was the beer, anyways? Budweiser, the 16 ouncer or a 40 ounce or what? Alright, hang tight. Let me go in there, see what I got in there, and I'll be right back, okay? Don't take off, obviously I got your ID. Simple as that. I'll be back. What's up? I'll see if he wants to. I can't make him, you know that. But let me go talk to them, alright? Did he come in with that or not? Because he's claiming he did. Did he come in with it or not? Okay, give me 1 second. Hey, so who did you hand the beer off to when you came outside? Him? Because they said you passed off the beer when you came outside.
Oh yeah. I don't even want it.
I apologize.
Yeah, as soon as I get somebody over here, I'm gonna go in there and check them out, alright? So hang tight, okay? What's up?
Is it possible I can go buy cigarettes?
Hang tight, let me talk to them and get things figured out, okay? Where do you have an ID out of, Pete? Out of where? I can't hear you. Connecticut? Like I said, I'm waiting for somebody here so I can go inside and check out the cameras. I understand that. I'm in the same boat. I'm standing outside my car, man. I've got all this stuff on.
You can handcuff me and bring me in there with you.
We don't need to go that route.
That's better than doing this.
We don't need to go that route right now. Spell your last name again for me, Pete.
E-S-E-R.
E-S-E-R.
Yeah.
Out of Connecticut, right? What year? Alright.
Why did you do that? Handcuff me, bring me in there.
I understand it's hot, man. As soon as he gets here, I'm going inside. We'll get this all sorted out. All right. Try it. Last name's spelling of Edward Robert, and it's going to be out of Connecticut. What?
Yeah, it's still showing the record on file out of Connecticut with the Edward Robert.
Officer Lunsford runs the information again with the same result and waits for backup to arrive before confronting the suspect.
Got a photo of train. Stopped the 31 front passenger. He's not coming back to file. And he went in there with the beer and had it, and they accused him of taking the beer. So I got to go inside and see whether or not they have any camera footage. I just poked my head in real quick to ask if he came in once they said he did. So he's going to be paying the passenger for now so I can positively ID him. And I've got the driver's ID. There's a guy in the back passenger right side. So. All right, Pete, do me a favor, go and step out. Step out for me, please.
No, I don't really want to get out.
Okay, I'm not asking you right now. Step out for me.
Hold on. Why?
No.
Can I know why?
Because you're not coming back on file, man. Hey, step out of the car.
Can I know why?
Because you're not coming back on file for me.
What does that mean?
Step out. You're not coming back on...
You can't figure out who you are. Listen. What do you mean you can't figure out who I am?
Because it's not coming back on file. You better come out now, dude.
Take my phone.
Hey.
Okay.
You gonna cooperate or what?
I'm gonna cooperate.
Okay. Put your stuff down. Get out.
Can you stop holding me? Can you stop touching me?
I don't want you reaching for anything, man.
I'm not reaching.
Officers removed a closed pocket knife from Eze before attempting to detain him. When Eze asked why he needed to exit the vehicle, officers forcibly removed him.
I'm not reaching for anything.
Okay, step out.
Okay. I'm not reaching for anything. I'm not reaching for anything.
Dude, stop.
Turn around. Okay. Turn around.
Hey, 5-9-10-3. Stay in the fucking car.
Look at what's on? Stop it.
A struggle broke out. Eze ended up on top of Officer Keegan Arbogast on the ground.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop.
What happened next would change everything.
Taser! Shots fired! Oh shit! Shots fired!
People inside the gas station recorded the encounter on their phones. Eze was pronounced dead at the scene. Additional officers arrived at the scene after the shooting.
Keep your hands up!
You good? Yeah. You're not hurt?
No.
All right.
Get down with your hands up! Open the door from the outside!
Yeah, I'm right behind you. All right. We're going to be facing northbound on the gas station, northbound. Central Stage Fire 55, University, and El Paso.
Watch towards me, over here. Open here, keep going. Stop, turn around.
I'm not sure, where's the third guy at?
Back right passenger.
Back right. No, we have.
Is that my head bleeding or what? No. Huh? You good? Okay. Just my head. You good? I'm good, yeah. Did you get hit? No. I thought I got shot, so I didn't. As long as you're okay. Let me get photos.
The officer who fired the fatal shot was 39-year-old Brad Lunsford, an 11-year veteran of the Las Cruces Police Department. What came next was something he never expected.
Okay. Yeah?
Brad, you okay?
I can't hear it really.
Okay, are you good?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
A little bit, yeah.
Did you shoot?
We can start setting up interviews.
All right, man.
Lunsford confirms he fired once. Officer advised him not say anything further.
Let's go ahead and go over to my unit. How many shots were fired, bro? Just one? Anybody outstanding?
No, we've got the two that were inside the vehicle. We got passenger out to detain him because he wasn't coming back on file for the shoplifting.
Okay, you don't need to tell me anything, man. You don't need to tell me anything. Just let's go to my unit. I'll stand by with you. Nobody else shot that you know of?
No.
Okay. That's my unit right there, man. You can stand by, you can sit down or whatever. Can you go check and make sure no one else shot? Because Brad's the only one who said he did.
Okay.
He said he fired once, that was it.
You're gonna stay with him?
Yeah.
Is this for right now? What up? Is that for right now? No. You have any injury, struck, punch, slap? Get this 771, 743.
We're in staging area for CID.
Can you face that way from us?
We're going to be setting it up next to the Econo Launch.
Yeah, we got it. It's over there. Just so you know, I thought about that. No. Don't make any problems. Serious. It's your union advice.
Just so you can teach. Okay. And then if CIG wants to have it, add it to the whole thing. Just to show your
Next, investigators head inside to speak with witnesses. A witness inside the store described what they saw.
Go ahead. Did you guys see what happened?
I saw everything, man.
You saw everything? Did you see anything?
I didn't hear. I just saw the guy on the floor, like on top of the cop. After that, I heard a gunshot.
So, were you a little bit more composed and you were able to tell me what you saw?
Yes, I was watching the officer. I don't know who the officer, who was the one in that unit, the first one behind the subject's car.
Okay.
And I was watching him, and I told him, I looked at my coworker, and I said, he's backing up, something's going on, something spooked him. And that's why we have the people in the back. And so another unit showed up right behind that unit, and they were approaching the subject. The subject started fighting with the two officers. The male subject, the black subject, took him down, just wrestling, and I don't know if he was trying to go for the other officer's gun or he had him in a chokehold.
The initial officer?
Yes.
So the subject was on top of the officer?
Yes. And the other officer, I don't know if he was trying to go for the other officer's gun that he had in a chokehold or what, but the other officer pulled out his gun and he just shot him, and I was like, and that's what I saw.
The officer and behind him?
Yeah.
So there was the officer on the ground, and then
I think it was the bald-headed officer on the ground that was getting wrestled, and the other officer was trying to help him.
The store clerk who called 911 explained how the encounter began.
If you can kind of just give us as much you saw, detail as much as you saw what's going on.
I was actually the one who called because he came in, tried to buy a pack of cigarettes. I told him I needed to see an ID. He didn't have one. He walked out. I thought that was the end of it. I saw him walk up to the car. He called another guy. The other guy came in. Same thing. I was like, sorry, I can't do it. It's a second-hand purchase. Right. So, no issues. He walked out. A while after, another guy comes in. And I saw him go around the Ramada, and then eventually he came out this way. Same thing. Told him, can't. Second-hand purchase. And then after a while, I just see both of them walk by. So I was like, okay, that's better for me. I don't get in trouble. I'll say it. And then I completely gave out on that. See, the first suspect coming back again. He goes back to the beer, but I know he doesn't have an ID. So I see him walk out. He casually walks out with a Budweiser. I go and I ask him, hey, you need to come back and pay for this. And then he tells me, well, suck on this and pay for it. I'm like, okay, you know what, whatever. I walked out, came in here, my boss was still here. She's like, no, just call the cops. And then the cops showed up. And then I just went on about it. dealing with the customers. And all of a sudden, she comes in. She starts having issues to like pay.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I hear a gunshot. That's when my phone was like, "Oh, he got shot in the head." I went into panic mode for them. I made sure I got them to the back. After that, I just completely freaked out.
And you asked him to come back in, but he told, what did he tell you?
To suck it and pay for it.
The subject on the passenger side to take him out, and he was fighting with them. And we found out they were wrestling him down. They wrestled him down, or something happened with one of the cops. I know he's bald, and it looked like he had him in a chokehold, had the officer in a chokehold. And the officer pulled out his service weapon and shot him. Because I think he was trying to pull that officer's gun, or the officer was already losing conscious. Like he was probably already going down. And the officer had no choice. He used deadly force and shot him.
Back outside, detectives get a chance to speak with the driver.
You want to talk to me? Tell me what happened, Mark? I got to hear your side of the story of it, huh? Okay? Okay, so we're going to start slow and just kind of back up how we got here, okay? So you said to me earlier that, remember I tried to ask you this guy what his name was, and you said his name was Slim, right? Slim? They call him Slim? Okay. Where did you meet him at?
He wouldn't give me, I guess, I didn't know his name. You know, they're asking him,
Who's asking what?
They were asking for names. I gave him my name, and then they asked him for his.
Who's they?
The police.
The police officers? Why do you think the cops are talking to him?
Because I guess he had an altercation. I didn't even realize that he had an altercation with the clerk about something about beer.
Something about beer with the clerk inside?
Yeah, so I didn't even know that was like the case. He was like, "Hey, can we go?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm trying to put this door panel on." He's like, "Well, the cops are in here." I'm like, "Well, what's that have to do with us?" Like,
yeah,
like I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? So I then find out that like the cop walked up. He's like, "So which one of y'all have an altercation with the guys inside?" I'm like, "I don't know." I was like, and he's like, and then he starts telling him like, "Well, I had a beer and." When I got here, something like that, he opened up a beer or something, and him and like the clerk were like having words back and forth or something. I don't know. At this time, I'm messing with the door panel.
Did Slim pay for the beer?
He had it from earlier, yeah. So
no, but
he showed up with it. It wasn't. He didn't buy it here.
Oh, really?
He already had it. It's like it's a 3-pack of like 16
The driver told detectives he knew the man as Slim. He described the moments leading up to the confrontation, but seemed unclear on why things escalated so quickly. Let's rewind to shortly after the incident, when another officer detains the backseat passenger.
What did I do? Stop! Are you gonna be stupid? I'm not stupid. What are you talking about?
Hey, when I have to try that,
how you doing like this?
Band belt.
You keep pulling away, it's gonna make it so much worse. Now I'll put you on the floor, you keep acting up.
I was stopped. What do you mean? I didn't do nothing.
I don't know whose unit this is. I don't got the keys for it. Hey bro, oh, no, you're good, you're good. Huh? Whoever this unit is, I'm not sure who it is. Because my unit's all down the street. Good, man? He's just acting up. Stupid. Yeah, mine's all the way in the street, dude. Or, no, I'll take him in the street, dude.
It's open. There's a little bag.
Doesn't mind you. What are you on?
What am I on?
Yeah. Are you on those pills that are in your bag?
No, man.
Why were you acting stupid? Someone, your friend just got shot, and you're acting the way you were acting.
No, honestly.
Okay, so you come out with your hands down and not being cooperative.
They were up. My hands were up. I swear, my hands were up, man.
The passenger insisted his hands were up when he exited the vehicle. Later that night, another potential witness approaches police.
I was in a gas station, I think, when the guy...
Did anybody speak to you?
No. I would, was it a black male that got shot?
So you said you were there, right?
I seen him, there was a guy stealing beer when I was there.
Okay.
And he come out, and then I sat and watched him in my truck for like 10 minutes. And he was acting goofy, and then he went around the building.
Okay.
I was just wondering if...
Give us 1 second. We'll see if anybody needs to speak to you.
So I watched him for like 10 minutes, and I watched the guy, the attendant, question him if it's the same guy.
Okay.
The witness said he had watched the man for about 10 minutes before the police arrived and noticed he was acting strangely. Days later, Officer Lunsford sits down with investigators and tells his side of the story.
Going back to when we tried to get him out to detain him, he pulls back and he's on his phone and he's acting like he's recording. I don't know whether or not he is recording, so I don't know what had changed from the time he was offering himself to be detained to when we went to detain him. He no longer wanted to be detained unless he was hiding something, that he had a warrant out for his arrest. That's why he wasn't coming back on file. That's why he wasn't wanting to be detained. So I tell him, I'm not asking you to get out. You need to get out. He's still kind of went back, holding his arms against his body. So I grab his right arm and tell him to step out. He's asking why, and I'm telling him why. You're not coming back on file at all. I'm not getting a return. And he keeps asking why, and he's not complying. Officer Arbogast, and well, are you gonna comply? He says, yeah, I'm gonna comply, but he's not doing it. So as we're trying to get him out of the vehicle, you could see underneath that wad of the water can, he's got a knife on his lap. So Officer Arbogast goes to grab the knife. As we're pulling him out, his arm hits Officer Arbogast's hand as he's trying to take him out. So we get him out of the vehicle, and he starts moving himself towards the back of the SUV. As he does that, he grabs the rear passenger door handle and tries to open it, and there's the right rear passenger. So I slap him. I tell the rear passenger to stay inside the vehicle, which he does. So we're trying to maintain control of the suspect, and like I said, due to his size, it was not possible for us to do. His arms were up towards the top of the SUV on points where I can reach him. I grab onto his belt at one point to try to maintain some type of control, because that was the only thing available to me to try to hold on to. So Officer Arbogast, he wraps his arms around the suspect's waist, so his back is towards Officer Arbogast, and I guess the best way to describe it is Officer Arbogast does basically a suplex where he falls back with the suspect. Officer Arbogast hits his head on the ground as suspect lands on top of Officer Arbogast, and the suspect kind of rolls up in a ball from the momentum of being thrown back. So all his weight is on top of Officer Arbogast. So after they fall to the ground, the suspect flips around on top of Officer Arbogast, and he's mounted him at this point. And as we're struggling to try to control him, which we're not really being able to do, he's saying, stop it, in a calm voice, not frantic, he's not trying to get up and run away or anything like that. He's holding himself down on top of Officer Arbogast as I've got over my arms trying to pull him off of him. And he's not moving. He's pushing down on Officer Arbogast. At one point, he hits him in the face, trying to create distance between him and Officer Arbogast. And I could see him from where I'm at, standing behind both of them, that he's now looking at Officer Arbogast's duty belt. He first reaches down to the gun side of his belt, and he can't get anything from there. So he keeps, as we're trying to fight to control him, he's still looking down at his belt. He sees the taser. I can see out of the corner of his eye how he's looking at it. He sees the taser handle. Obviously, it's bright yellow, so he can see it fairly easy. And it's on the opposite side of his gun. So the taser handle is out towards the suspect. So he tries to take it once, and he's not able to. And then the second time he tries to take it, he ends up taking the taser. I say taser once as it pulls the taser from Officer Arbogast's holster. And he's holding it up, and he's trying to work the safety. I can actually see his fingers trying to work the safety of the taser. So I say taser once as he has it, and at that point, it wasn't a struggle to try to detain him.
it was a struggle for Officer Arbogast's life and my life at that point. That was my concern, was he was going to use that taser to severely injure Officer Arbogast or to incapacitate him to try to gain access to his gun, because that's what he initially went for. So I knew that the situation wasn't going to be a good ending if it went further. So I had to end up taking my duty weapon out. I put it to the back of his head. The suspects, I was still cognizant of where Officer Arbogast was, because I was concerned for his safety. So I ended up placing it directly to the back of his head, downward and to the right, to avoid shooting Officer Arbogast in the process. I fired one round into the back of his head. Suspect falls on top of Officer Arbogast. I yell out to Officer Arbogast because he does it. He says, "What?" He's trying to figure out what's going on. I yell out, "Took your taser," and he gets out from underneath him. We back up because we still have the driver and the rear passenger inside of the vehicle. So we're kind of standing out in the open, and so I eventually tell Officer Arbogast, "Let's go to my unit so we have some type of cover." We still don't,
After the incident, investigators reviewed the body camera footage, witness videos, and officer statements. The New Mexico Attorney General later charged Officer Brad Lunsford with voluntary manslaughter, with a firearm enhancement, for the shooting of Presley Eze. The case went to trial in February 2025. Prosecutors argued that Lunsford's use of deadly force was not reasonable. They said Eze was on the ground, the situation involved a non-lethal incident, and the officer had other options instead of firing a close-range shot to the head. A use-of-force expert also testified that deadly force should have been a last resort. Lunsford's defense argued that Eze's hand made contact with another officer's taser during the struggle, and that Lunsford believed another officer was in danger. But after hearing all the evidence, a jury found Lunsford guilty of voluntary manslaughter. A sentencing date was scheduled. However, the case did not end there. In October 2025, a judge ordered a new trial. The judge found that there were serious problems with jury handling, including jurors being improperly substituted and concerns about potential bias, which meant the first trial was not fully fair under the law. Because of this ruling, Lunsford's conviction was set aside, and he was released while awaiting a new trial. As of now, no final sentence has been issued, and the case remains ongoing. To support our mission and give voices for the voiceless a platform, subscribe to Evidence Eye.